water. And something is better than nothing. I mean, if I tell you start filtering your water if you care about your health. Well, I looked search water filters, I could big purchase for $600 or something like this. You say, oh, it's too much. Well, you can get a filter cost. I know they have a dealer water filter in America. I'm not too familiar with the other brands. Here in Europe, Sweden, the one I use is called Toffee. And I just washed in the washing machine earlier. So I'm gonna get it out, rinse it out. I like to rinse things after it come out of the washing machine. I'm gonna rinse out this is three parts. The fourth part will be the filter. So 4-part system for it. This I would call this the main part. You care about your health, start filtering water. And get on my protocol, my 3-part protocol. Quit the sugar, detox your life. And get on the supplement list. I recommend. I'm gonna take my advice. My 3-part protocol is really good. 1, quit the sugar, or at least dramatically reduce your daily sugar intake. 2, detox your life generally. 3, take the list of supplements I recommend. You can watch videos. I have videos on that before. I shared in my license right now. So I recently received my Apotea order. Where I ordered replacement filter cartridges for my doctor filter cart. The filter cart comes from Apotea as well. And this is about $30. Somewhere around $30. The filter cart that comes with one filter. And a 3-pack of replacement filter cartridges costs around $12 a piece. So it's cost effective. And it says on the filter that it reduces life scale and removes heavy metals, chlorine, herbicides, pesticides, this and that. Because any of these things are in tap water. Trace amounts are about makes sense to filter. I don't trust city tap water. Yes, it's made from plastics. That's one of the first things that God woke me up to in terms of health. Is plastics, BPA in receipts, bisphenol A, which is an estrogen mimicker if I recall correctly. So plastics, okay. I've been talking about that since early 2012. Ranting away about plastics and things like this. Now, yeah, it's made from plastic, but it's going to be food grade plastic. Secondly, I'd rather drink filtered water out of a plastic container than unfiltered water out of a glass. Okay, so that's the first part. And how I wash this is I don't use the dishwashing tablets in a long program. I wash it in 30 minutes with vinegar. So I put vinegar in the detergent compartment and what am I saying? There's 2 compartments in the washing machine. One way to this washing tablet and one way to what do you put in there? I put vinegar in both between this. So I run a 30-minute program for vinegar and then I rinse it out. And running water. That's just an easy. The average person, it's hard to get to them. Sometimes I see people got it's like teachers and like Rafi Garno. He's a sellout and a false gospel heretic, which means he's corrupted gospels in his prayer. He's got other errors too. And it's like when you listen to him, it's like you look at him talk about if you turn the camera, I expect to be a class of 12-year-olds, something like this. Now, the average American IQ is 95, I think. I have close to 140. So it's the difference between my IQ and the average person's IQ is like the difference between a 4-year-old father and his 12-year-old son or something like this. So it's idiocracy life. I'm not joking. Confirm it. So it's like if I can back up a claim, I'm gonna back up as much as I can. So for example, when I got tested for autism, one of the tests was an IQ test. It's multi-day testing, and they don't give you the number score. So after administering an IQ test, government psychologists, they say you got a really high score. We don't tell people the number, but maybe you should try applying for Mensa. She recommended me that I apply for Mensa. Mensa is a high IQ club, where the entry test is an IQ test, and you have to be genius level IQ to be accepted. So she sees the test results, can't tell me the number score, but it recommends applying for Mensa and says it was really high. And in writing in my diagnostics papers, it's like Michael is extraordinarily intelligent, which means extraordinary above average, above okay. And then borderline gifted status. And I think gifted you had to have 140 IQ or something like this. So like word is like maybe average, extraordinary, and like gifted or something like this. Like a certain word that might be 140 up or something like this. And she even said like, did you do this before or something like this? Because it's like my stream, so it's like calling things with recall. Commonly correlated with a high IQ is a large vocabulary, being linguistically talented, having a good recall and good pattern recognition. Commonly correlated with a high IQ is good pattern recognition and good recall. For your low vocabulary people, recall means memory, okay? A good memory. And pattern recognition. So a big part of why God can use me to do this decoding, so why I can do the job of decoding Hollywood movies, it's recall and pattern recognition ability. So you pick the one right tool. God's not going to use a person that's like a zombie brain. You don't use a man, and the SAHA had a quote. You don't send a boy to do a man's job, or a monkey. If you want to know the truth, you go to the organ meter or something like this, not a monkey. The organ guy, not a monkey. So if you have a job that you need to be smart to do, God doesn't get a retard. He might get a retard and supernaturally enable him to be smarter. But a lot of mediocre sellout shields, they will hide behind. It's like, no, God uses weak people because they got nothing going for themselves. Just like they go like, no, God is glorified by us that have nothing going for ourselves. It's like, okay, really? God enables people and empowers people. So it's like, I don't see any of you with your mediocrity be able to do really well and be like, wow, this guy did something really well despite being a mediocre person. God is glorified by that. Out of weakness will make strong. Rags well to fight. Turn to fight almost with the aliens. So Samson was an average Joe when he was in the flesh, but when God was with him, he was far from average. Somebody hated us. Lay off the mess, guy. Stop embarrassing. I'm not embarrassing myself. And I'm not a mess. And it's one of these things where, to discredit me, I've had a false accusation. Mike, you're a mess, you're on drugs. When I got taken by the cops into psych ward, so notice how they're irrational. It's like there's nothing indicating on drugs. So it's like, I've analyzed this before. What is the attack? Lay off the mess. It's to discredit me because I'm whistleblowing and speaking the truth about the Illuminati conspiracies and gang stalking tornadoes and other things. So discredit the messenger. That Mike's a crackhead, he's a mess or something like this. He's a drug addict, he can't trust his testimony about government tyranny or something like this. So it's that, and then also it's envy. Like there's some average Joe, so the cyber stalkers that are sent here to say this guy's crazy on methods, so this to work to perception manage my viewers, okay? Because human psychology dictates that human beings are more likely to be influenced in their perception. Meaning, why do you think that at marketing psychology, why do you think that they have like 4-star reviews? Somebody goes to Amazon, gonna buy something, says like 30 comments, great product, and a lot of 4-star reviews. Other people's opinion that they share is this, and it flavors your perception. So that's how it works in the perception management, where it's like they send flying monkey cyber stalks into Shep, like, stop doing mess, this guy's on drugs. And it's supposed to make it more likely people think I'm on drugs. Now, I've said this before. I'm not on drugs. And then you have other people that are jealous of my energy because I'm not a low testosterone guy, see. I have a physique, high testosterone physique, athletic performance, boundless energy, like superhuman energy, stamina, athletic performance. There's to the point where it's like to discredit that and false attribute it to meth or something like this. See? Now, when that got tested, people have always been in my streams when I'm live. You're on meth, you're on drugs, stop doing drugs, okay? When that got tested and it's like suddenly cops are outside come to get me to the psych ward. First thing when I write to the psych ward, I had to piss in a cup. And I posted the results on my YouTube channel, negative, any drug known to man, okay? Cocaine, heroin, meth, oxycontin, whatever, anything. Completely clean. Okay, so if I had been on meth, and I'm sure if I go back and look at my streams the day before and the day during, there'd be people saying I'm on meth, okay, or crack or something like this. So when I got suddenly tested without warning, there were no signs of any drugs in my system, and no alcohol, ethanol in my system either. No blood alcohol. There's nothing in it. So there, any evidence in existence is that I'm not on drugs. And there's no evidence of me being on drugs, okay? So, you can go dump in the lake, you false accuser. You of your father the devil, the last your father you will do. He was a liar and a murderer from the beginning because he born under the truth. When he speaks the lie, he speaks of his own. So then he that's born after the flesh persecuted him that's born after the spirit. Even so it is now. Okay. I curse in the name of the Lord. Go on to you. So anyway, I notice how I'm working to protect human life by teaching about showing a better way and teaching health fitness principles. And some satanic or filthy liars come in lying. I'm not on meth. Maybe at some point, if I get like, if it really starts getting to me, maybe I contact like a social worker. Go, hey, I'm autistic. People are harassing me on the internet claiming I'm on drugs. It's like, can we set something up where it's like you come every week and I piss in a cup and you test it or something like this. Because people go around lying about me saying I'm on drugs. It's like I'm volunteering for weekly drug testing. Okay. And then I kept posting on my YouTube channel. Negative every time. But still, I've already done that once. So it's not that it's like they'd be like, well, you're faking the score, or it's like it's edited or something like this. So the day after I posted my results, like, shut these people up, okay? People say I'm on drugs, here I got tested, suddenly, no signs of drugs in my system. They go, why did you fake the drug test? Somebody came the next day, or in the stream, hey Mike, why did you fake the drug test? Clearly doctor or something like this. And also I took screenshots from the back end, like logging into like my medical records website, and screenshotted it, and then blacked out the doctor's name, like irrelevant stuff, and not to dox the doctor, okay? So it's like I blacked out the doctor's name and some irrelevant stuff, okay? So it's like, what did you clearly, oh, Mike, you are for me a superhuman. You're not sick and tired. In contrast to the average person, you have like superhuman energy, stamina, endurance. Okay, I don't know if meth can make you hold your breath for 1 minute 30 seconds too, which is also an extraordinary athletic feat. Maybe that's meth too. It can make you hold your breath. Everything is meth, okay? If I can quote the Bible, well, it's not a high IQ, it's meth. It's crack, see. Oh, Mike, he shines in this area. Oh, it's got to attribute it to something. It's narcissistic, the evaluation it is. There is a value here. Mike is energetic. Most people would like to be more energetic. And a common problem is people are sick and tired. And why a lot of men are sick and tired is because they have low testosterone. And low T makes you have belly fat, and it makes you more tired, okay? So, oh no, Mike is a high testosterone alpha male. And he's living pure. So it's also an inverse of the truth. I don't use drugs. I haven't had a drop of alcohol for 6 months. So that's another part of my lifestyle. I gave up alcohol. And 6.5 months, no, not drop alcohol. Whereas the average Christian is a drug addict. They're a porn addict and a sugar addict. They're addicted to sugar. So, very often, my guy, I'm not the guy, bitch. Okay, you scared coward rat. What you want these people is like a little scared rat hiding behind anonymity to harass on the internet. What a pussy bitch. What a beta cuck you are. You filthy freak. You disgusting filthy little freak. Here's a filter cartridge. It goes in here. Then what I like to do is put some colloidal silver in there. The average person is toxic. Normal, healthy, good people don't harass people on the internet by anonymity and attack them with lies, okay, unprovoked. And attack them with lies and sign of no character, no matter what. A lot of the harassment and haters, a lot of hate and trolling I got on my channel, they're cyber stalkers, haters and stalkers. Meaning they're work for the game stalking program and they put up the rest online. That's a big part of this online hate crime. So you know that you're impressive and extraordinary when people have the false accusation of doing math. A lot of times it's when I'm exercising training. So if I do like a training stream, people come in and accuse me of math. It's a pattern there. So I guess it's like my athletic performance, my energy, stamina. I got stamina, won't give up. Okay, it's so above the baseline that it's like, wow, it's hard to believe we have to accuse him being on math. Okay. Mike is not a weak, low testosterone person who's spinning like a pig and is about as fast and athletic as a pig. Okay. Mike is a Christian man, has wisdom, health fitness wisdom and discipline, and he eats a low sugar diet and takes supplements and exercises frequently. And he's more energetic and athletic than average person. He eats a high sugar diet, is vitamin deficient, listen to this. Well, this is on meth. Because that's the opposite of the truth. Because he's a person who lives clean, the average person, and has more discipline, doesn't eat a high sugar diet, doesn't drink alcohol, haven't had drop alcohol for 6 months, doesn't watch porn ever. The average person, even the average Christian, watches porn at least once a week. It's like, oh, Mike is living clean, the average person. We have to project. See, it's projection. It's projection. Beware the sell-out pastors, deep state sell-out pastors, to the Bible church, any groups, traffic going on, better hotels, and this guy Jesse Martinez. Now that looks like faces of mess to me. Okay, I made a video recently, case study in the effeminate average Christian pastor. Jesse Martinez, I think his name is. He looks faces of mess. He looks like a meth head while being fat, okay? So, these guys need to be humble, okay? These guys need to be humbled. And the Woods need to be humbled, do the Bible leadership, they need to be humbled, see. There's a lot of people need to be humbled, Rafi and Gordon, okay? Need to be humbled. This like, part of how the program has justified having cyberstalks attacked with lies and gaslighting and narcissistic evaluation. Be like, oh, Mike is moving fast, they pay for Mike, you're slow, something like this. Which is lies. A big part of targeting, gaslighting, and psychological warfare is attack you with lies, okay? And then the sell-out pastors and the program are going to be like, well, just like, well, you need to be humble, okay? So it's like, okay, so do you think that it's okay then to attack somebody with lies and justifies the means to? Because if I look at like how they work to humble, it's attacking with lies, okay? Mike, you suck, you're unathletic. You're not, it's like your own message, it's like lies, okay? Nevertheless, the curse cost us shall not come. So anyway, here's the point. Yeah, I'm not a mess. I don't use drugs. I don't even drink alcohol. But a lot of men now are porn addicts, sugar addicts, lazy, undisciplined, and vitamin deficient. So it's not my fault that I'm superior to you and I make you feel bad. Because um, it's like the difference between me and the average man is like, I guess you'd have to be on meth to be able to have some energy, okay? And that's how sick you are. That they have to like pump you up with meth and testosterone injections to be like, have a little bit of energy and not be like sick and weak. So it's not my fault that I'm not a man that has had my masculinity robbed by Satan, by the deep state Satanist. And I retain my masculinity. Testosterone. Whereas the average man has low testosterone, which makes you fatigued and low energy and have bad athletic performance. It's like a man that hasn't been destroyed by the deep state anti-testosterone agenda. It's like, yeah, I'm like the Romans that we watching for 12 hours carrying weight, sweating in sweltering heat for 12 hours marching. These men used to be like me, warriors of old. And now the average man can't pass like fitness tests, okay? It's like, men used to be like me in the old times, like the Roman soldiers. They'd be able to like march for 8 hours, low on sleep, carrying weight, and then sit down, chill a little bit, maybe, okay, and then get up and fight for 3 hours, something like this, okay? Or Napoleon soldiers. They'd be like marching was a big, like 90% of the army life was marching back then, see? Because it's like, be like, we're going to Russia, okay? See, it's like you had to walk to Russia, okay? Carrying like a bedroll and a musket and like food, whatever you got, and like marching in mud, rain, snow, whatever. And in one of the Russian war, when Napoleon went to Russia, attrition. It's what they suffered a lot of fatalities due to cold, like the harsh conditions. So they were marching and it was freezing in the winter, and like scorched earth too was part of that. Whereas like the defenders could like burn crops, fields and stuff to have the invaders not have access to food, and things like this. Scorched earth, like burn farmers' fields, things like this, both offensively and defensively. And marching through the country, the invading army could set fire to farmers' fields and stuff like this. And okay, pillage. But let's go look for a bomb, found food here. So yeah, anyway, it's the point. The average man now is a shadow of his former self and effeminate biologically. God intended men to be this sharp. The average person, I think, American IQ is like 95 or something like this. And I'm 140 something when I got tested. Okay, like 95 IQ, I think, is the average American IQ. No wonder, like, people have to dumb it down so much. And I look at comment sections. It's like, so you make it so clear. Yeah, because if you're fucking dumb, you need to be talked to like a little child, understand? And then people like me, they're not dumbing things down, they're like appealing to the lowest common IQ denominator. It's like, Mike, we can't understand you. Just speak it to, yeah, your brain is slow, you can't keep up with my speech, okay? So it's not my fault that I'm superior physically and in intelligence and everything else. And that makes you feel weak, you gotta tackle life. What a beta move, okay? So instead of learning, you'll be like, wow, this guy's energetic, what's his secret, like? How do you have so much energy? And it'd be like, notice how you, like, if you came back like that, I'd be like, well, here's the things. Eat less sugar, take these supplements, avoid these things. But it's like, come in, attack me, lay off the meth, guys, stop embarrassing yourself. I'm not embarrassing myself and I'm not on meth, okay? You are a filthy liar. And a coward too, because you're a coward who hides by anonymity to harass people online. And that's also the average guy who's a coward, okay? It's like, stop being pathetic, you need to steal about a pussy bitch. You feel like a coward. A big part of these people that harass on the internet are paid in bills. Yeah, I'm a real human. I have power. I have testosterone. I have intelligence. I'm not a destroyed person with a deep state agenda to weaken the masses taken on me. Well, I'm dumb and low energy. See, it's like, well, Mark is energetic and it's hard to believe. It's like he's extraordinary. He's got energy. He's got like boundless energy. Mark's on there, room there, I'm not fucking mad. And I'm not your guy. Little scared rat pussy bitch. I'm a man, not like a boy bitch like you who watches internet porn every week and eat high sugar diet. Like a soft little sissy pussy bitch slave to the deep state. Good boy bitch. Good bitch boy. Like a good little bitch boy. I'm sure you'll be talking like this in the flesh too, bitch boy. Internet tough guys. You don't even have the balls to talk shit in my chat with your face because you're scared of consequences. Okay? You don't have the balls to attack me in my chat over the internet, okay? So it's like, I'm saying, I don't think you had the courage to talk shit to my face in the room. And you're a guy who doesn't have the courage to talk shit in my chat, like across the ocean behind a keyboard without hiding your identity behind a blank sock puppet burner account, okay? So it's like, well, okay, I think that type of guy is a coward, okay? We'll run back to the little gang stalking, cyber stalking and then ask what your next line is gonna be, bitch. People are jealous of my image because I'm not sick and weak like other persons. And notice, people have been saying I'm on meth every school pretty much. Well, for a long time. But when the cops were up, put me in the psych ward. And they, like the same night when I arrived, pissed in the cup with no signs of any drugs in the system. But I'm on meth, okay, I'm on meth. So I think it stays the same for 2 weeks if you do that. So, and I try to look at the days before I'm sort of people are stalking message trying to get crafty and messages that comment with lies. And that's a pattern because the average person is jealous of people that have envy. I saw this happen to a guy called Moses Palmer too. He's like a really like hyper energetic guy who does like preaching. Okay? And one of the most common things in this chat is stop doing crack. Like, guys on meth, okay? Stop doing meth, stop doing crack, or something like this. That's one of the most common attack comments I've seen when I watch his videos. Now, like a little bitch, this guy, as usual, he turns on me because passive aggressive. After I was threatening, I found a channel like a screenshot up in my feed. It's a preacher, and it's like he was entertaining. And I'm like, I gave him a shout out to Moses Palmer. This guy is one of the most entertaining preachers I've seen, okay? And then passive aggressive the other day, I shot in his chat, okay? So after doing something good, see, that's a pattern. What a despicable person. I'm friendly and kind to him. Give him a shout. This guy's entertaining, okay? And do like a homage video. Okay, well, it's like I use his style. So here's the point. I show up, I watched this video yesterday. After I make a video, like shout out to, I watched this guy Moses Palmer a few times. He showed up in my feed, and I started watching videos. So this guy is entertaining. So he's very energetic and entertaining, and you can tell he's got a preaching style designed to be entertaining. I make a video. Shout out to Moses Palmer, one of the most entertaining preachers I've seen on YouTube. Okay. And he's also very energetic. And then how does he repay me? By stabbing me in the back like a little bitch, okay? What a despicable person. Like, somebody was kind to you and like, gave you a shout out, you attacked them with passive aggressive like a little woman bitch. What a punk move to repay. They want me evil for good, okay? Maybe you should read the Bible more, okay? So, yesterday I showed up in his chat. And after I leave a comment, now he hits me a passive aggressive insult. It's like, a lot of you want to be entertained. That's a problem. You're looking to be entertained. It's like, what a weirdo. Like, anybody can tell you're trying hard to be entertaining. Okay? So it's like, notice the passive aggressiveness. To somebody that's been kind to, this is the pattern. Like, people turn on me. If I'm kind, they make it more likely they go after me. Okay? So it's like, I found this preacher, Moses Palmer, show up in my feed, watch the video. He's captain, like energetic and got a very like entertaining style. Okay? Where it's like the box out preaching and it's like singing, dancing, clapping his hands, stuff like this. And it's like I enjoyed watching streams from an entertainment perspective. And then I make a video where it's like I kind of like an actor, kind of I try to a little bit like I do it in his style, like a video. And I make another short. Shout out to Moses Palmer, one of the most entertaining preachers I've seen. Then I show up in the stream yesterday and write like hello, so for some emojis. Now he noticed I'm writing. And how does he repay me? Not, hey Mike, thanks for giving me a shout out on the channel or something like this. No, he goes and hits with a passive aggressive remark, attack. Because some people in here can't be entertained. It's bad for, it's like that's a problem, being looking for entertainment. What a gaslighter. You're a person that anybody can tell you're trying hard to be entertaining, understand? Your style is, come on now, okay? Oh, come on, oh, wow, okay? Whoa, whoa, okay? It's like you're trying to be entertaining, and then you attack people that are entertained by you, okay? Do you know how weird you are? If it's bad, entertainment is bad, stop trying hard to be entertaining then. Which you've been succeeding at, okay? You should stop trying to be entertaining then. You'd be like a comic. There's like a Christian comic and makes videos doing that Christian comedy. And then people show up like laughing, like this guy's one of the funniest preachers I've seen. That's a problem with Christians today. They want to laugh, okay? They want to laugh, okay? They're not caring about the doctrine. We just want to laugh. It's like a weird form of gaslighting, okay? So it's like this is always how it works. It's like I show up, people start attacking, be passive aggressive, and sometimes they put up to do it, and sometimes just a toxic person. So yeah, you're welcome for the shout out, and then thanks for turning on me like people always do. It's another thing. The GameStop reporter puts on mental offline monkeys to bully me, they're delusional. Because the same person would have fucked with somebody like me in the video, understand? But they have to give them a false sense of security. Because you're not safe bullying people. And that's part of the problem that could keep up to do narcissistic goals and these type of things. In the flesh, sometimes. And that shows you the delusional. They have a false sense of security. But that somebody like that home, it's safe, or it's like this guy's home is going to home fire or something like this. It's that's part of the bullying too. The gangster. I'm a weird type of person. I stand up to bullies. And I don't like bullies. Like you tell bullies, they have to attack people on the side in front of others. So you can turn around and play the victim, see? And be like, oh, I'm the victim. If somebody responds to you. If somebody reacts to what you do. Oh, I'm a victim. Let's have old people be flying monkeys, targeting monkeys, psychological violence, not historical abuse tactics. And if after 3 times in 30 that he loses his temper, gets mad, he's like, oh, he's a coward, he picks on the elders. No, the elder pick on him. And I don't believe that it gives you a free card to bully and abuse people because you're elderly or woman or something like this. And if that old fart come back again, that old cripple, and tries to put his hand. Like next time, I'm gonna be more aggressive. Understand? If he moves one of his limbs to wash, I might push him off me. Understand? Before he even can connect. Last time, it's like he's not big enough for a threat to really. It's like, understand. He comes, starts talking to me and puts his hands on my shoulder. And I get his fucking hand off and go, you don't fucking touch me. And he looked scared to death, that fucking bitch, understand? Well, don't put your hands on people and get scared when it's like, wow, the guy got mad because I put my hands on him. Okay. I say, and it's like this demon face. Some of the frames of his face looks like a fucking demon, okay? And then filled with terror, the other ones. Now, if you get shocked and surprised, maybe if he's a gangster, his hand told him, fast and security, don't worry about the guy. He will never harm a fly. He won't dare to stand up. They always gotta, like, people that do in flesh targeting, they have to brainwash them to feel safe in carrying out orders. Understand? It's always like a fast and security. But once push started to come to shove with the old caregiving staff, that felt like they were picking, push my buttons purposely. Once I started like having enough is enough, they hide behind the whole Swedish police department. And even though the two of them didn't show up, see, because they're scared to say, and I need to go to psych ward. See, so apparently somebody lied to them if they were put up to do like they had to worry about that guy. He can't harm a fly. He won't dare to or stuff like this. Apparently, but it's like once I start having enough of their behavior, now they have banned the whole Swedish police department and the SWAT team comes to get me. Okay. So yeah, whatever. Keep believing lies. You need to do some people are gonna crash course in cognitive dissonance. Okay. But I can tell some of their perps when I confront them, like they are shocked. Some people have been bullies when I've dealt with bullies my whole life. And it's a pattern where it's like a lot of times you confront a bully physically or with words. They look shocked as if they wasn't like a part of their brain that felt like they could have this happen to them. So either they lied to themselves or somebody told them it's safe to bully this guy. And then reality shows them that it's not safe. And they have cognitive dissonance, like an acute cognitive dissonance crisis. Okay. So I don't have to tolerate being abused. Okay. I don't have to tolerate being abused. I don't have to. And gang stalk is real. And there's people that are recruited to be flying monkeys how we narcissists always abuse tactics. And intermittently covert physical attacks too. That's part of targeting. And enough is enough. Enough is enough. I got to a point where I'm not as gentle, I'm not as forgiving, enough is enough. Me letting people get away with things and not responding kind or like stuff like this, it's only made them worse, honestly. Like the flying monkeys. So I'm not promising that I will be as gentle as I have been, okay? And I had a gang stalking neighbor recently, the Nephilim guy, doing St. Amant exit, the early day when I left. One of these gang stalkers in the apartment complex that's been harassing me for the deep sleep program. And one of the abuse methods, he was told to put on a Nephilim t-shirt, because that's been like a trick where they used to dehumanize and harass me. This is how it works, like pushing buttons, not these story speech tactics. I explain it to you. When I used to be active in Edward P.'s comment section, and this guy booked relief, and leaving comments and stuff, they sent a smear campaign, because Mike is a Christian community, okay? So it's like going to people's comment sections. Mike SAHA is a Nephilim, not a real human. It's like Christian channels I was listening to commenting on. It's like, this guy Mike SAHA is not a real human. He's a serpent seed Nephilim, okay? And then I started like responding to it, and that got me really mad. It became like a theme where it's like, there's this because back when other can't do a Nephilim. It's like it became like a theme in the targeting, where they have flying monkeys online go, Mike is the Nephilim, not a real human. A Nephilim serpent seed or something like this, okay? And then something that's like, I crashed out about after that in my streets. We're like, man, this thing, I don't understand. So it's like, oh, there's a button to push. Gang stalking neighbor, who's one of these people. Same time at the exit, when I come home from this, today when I was leaving, that neighbor happens to come home at the same time, so I kind of, somebody I know is one of these perps in neighbor. Another time I come home, and there's like a guy with a pizza waiting downstairs in the elevator. And then I go get in the elevator, he comes to the elevator. And at the time, same time at the exit, so like the same neighbor opens the door, so I see, and he's wearing a t-shirt that says the Nephilim on it, okay? And same time, again, rare time I go outside, rare time, oh, he happens to come home when I'm leaving and go to the elevator. And I said, I saw him recognize him. He said, and I go like, no Nephilim t-shirt today, huh? And he just gets away. He didn't say shit, understand? But Mike is all talk on his YouTube channel, see? He's just all talk on his YouTube channel. He was no talk, understand? I was all talk in real life too. Okay, and I was ready for it becoming more than just talk. Do you understand? So I don't like being bullied and abused, and I don't have to. And I'm not crazy. I have courage. Meaning, some people think they see my fearlessness, and they don't even try to run like narratives that you're a coward or scared or something like this. So, but some of them go like, oh, they think that I'm delusional, that I think that I can't be heard or something like this. No, part of my courage is I believe that I have the ability to win fights. Gun fights, knife fights, fist fights, street fights, okay? I believe I have, especially with God on my side, okay? I believe I have the ability to win. Now, I also have a lack of fear of losing. I don't have a fear of getting my ass kicked, of getting stabbed, shot, dying, going to the hospital, having pain. See, so it's a lack of fear of negative outcomes, coupled with a belief that I could have a desired outcome. See, and that belief that I could come out on top is not delusional. It's based on experience and faith. Okay, God has helped me before where things looked like I didn't have a chance. Okay, so even when I didn't have a chance, okay, now we're talking people out of shape and soft, unathletic, and okay, versus a trained killer, understand? Okay, meaning I'm as athletic as pro boxers and UFC fighters. I'm as fast as Tony Ferguson, faster, hit harder, and have the cardio of a pro boxer. Training, okay. Whereas the average person is unathletic, low testosterone, gas aside after 30 seconds of shadow boxing. The average man can do 15-30 seconds of shadow boxing intensely without gassing out. And that's all he's got. So if you can weather that 30-second storm, what is the point? So it's not that I have, if you see like fearlessness or courage in me, it's not that I have like, if I'm in the supermarket and there's like a lot of people there and I'm not worried about it, it's not that I'm 100% sure that I will win. That's not the source of my courage or like fearlessness. It's faith that God can help me win, okay, coupled with a lack of fear of negative outcomes. Meaning I don't have like an intense fear of dying, getting hurt, as he says. So, he that fear does not make perfect love. Perfect love casts out fear. Fear has torment. He that fear does not make perfect love. Perfect. The more you grow as a Christian, the closer you are to perfection. So, hello, Pocata-san. Good morning. Push. Thank you. Arigato. Now I'm going to eat, so I'll be tired. Thank you for your hard work. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Take care, Pocata-san. Yeah, it's a Japanese gaming streamer. So now it becomes task switching, where I'm being aggressive. Now I'm being self-reflective. So it's like this task switching, where it's like disagreeable, don't exit. It's like I'm in disagreeable mode. I'm angry, aggressive. Okay, and then it's like, oh, here's somebody I'm not angry at. Now it's like the brain is switching over to agreeable, friendly. Understand? And it becomes like weird. Understand? They just switch from this mode to that one. Sometimes it's weird. So anyway, I support. Yeah, okay, yeah. Pocahontas was in here. So what do we do now? We're gonna make. So I'm not joking. They have flying monkeys told me in real life, and they have a false sense of security. They'd be lied to. They had to make it because a sane person, the cult members, a sane person is not going to be in the room with another human being bullying them behind closed doors in their home, understand? Because that's dangerous to do, okay, to anybody. That's dangerous to do to the out of shape, the slow, soft person. No, it's dangerous. It's not safe to be in somebody's home bullying them, and it shouldn't be. I don't believe you have a right to feel safe and comfortable abusing people, okay? While abusing people, you definitely don't have the right to feel safe and comfortable. So, or if you're a tyrant, like the founding fathers. They don't believe that tyrants should have the right to be safe and comfortable and feel that way. See, people are working to bully people, the public, and tyrannize them, oppress them. So, yeah. Replace the filter cartridge. I might do a training stream later on. Oh, Mike, you're a mess because you have more energy than the average. Low testosterone IQ having retard. Weak pussy bitch. Mike, you're not a weak, effeminate little sissy. Mike, we need to accuse you of being a mess because you have more energy than the average person. Maybe it's because I take vitamins, eat a low sugar diet, and live my life designed to protect my testosterone pretty much. So it's like it really is disgusting. And do you feel like it's working? There's like these methods that I'm becoming less ego-driven the more I get. No, it's the opposite. I'm a humble person when I get treated right. Like, to be honest, when people treat me right, self-analysis is when people provoke me with insults that it provokes ego defenses. See, so that people attacking me. This program is like one of the risks is making more narcissistic. They told me. So people call Mike, you suck. It's like that's ego defense. Like, well, that's a lie. I actually don't suck. It's like I'm better than the average person. It's that way. So it's like I don't get humbler, quote unquote, by being attacked with insults and lies. The times where I've been humble is when people treat me right. Understand? So it's like now that's how they justify this, like the Christian gang stalkers. Some of them said, "Oh, Mike needs to be humble." Okay. Well, you need to be humble. And actually, you are the ones that are accusing me of being prideful. They're prideful. Okay, see, they are the prideful ones because people like Andy Woods, for example. Who's Andy Woods? A prideful person. Why? Because a pastor is supposed to have the word of God and teach it. So he overesteems his abilities. See, he has a magnified sense of self-worth and competence. It's like, I'm ready to be a Bible teacher, pastor. I'm going to be pastor, teach the Bible. And he's a guy who doesn't even know the fundamentals yet. And he's going to be a master. I'm going to be a teacher. That shows pride. See, he's got a fake Bible, simple, proven to be pride, to have a pride issue. It's like a person like Andy Woods, is an NASB 1995 version, a fake Bible, who uploads the video with the Sinner's Prayer to his YouTube channel, wrong on two fundamentals, the gospel and what the Bible is. That shows pride, because he's a person who's like, I'm a Bible teacher, I'm going to be a pastor. And when he made a decision like he's going to be a pastor, he didn't even know what the Word of God is in his language. He doesn't know what the gospel is, at least not now. See, that shows pride. It's like, I don't even know the fundamentals, and I'm ready to be a teacher. It's like, teaches the Bible. He doesn't even have a Bible. Doesn't know what the Bible is. He's got an NASB 995. So, if a pastor is wrong on one of the fundamentals, that proves pride, because they ought to be reading the scriptures, and the scriptures will be reproving the heresy, which means it's human pride. And it's like Andy Woods has YouTube with people King James only, so he's been told the truth. And he's still like, his pride refuses him to get right and admit that he was wrong. So it's like narcissistic projection they get from these people. Yeah, so I'm not on meth. I'm not on meth. I'm not on drugs, okay? I don't use drugs. I even quit drinking alcohol. So that's an inversion. And I don't have to tolerate being abused, okay? It's up to me. If I get abused, it's up to me how I respond to it. And yeah, it's up to me how I respond to it. It's up to me how I respond. If people are flying monkeys, gang stalk flying monkeys, and they get totally narcissistic dogs abuse tactics to me, it's up to me how I respond to that. It's up to me. And you have to be aware that the deep state controls influencers and YouTubers. Which why me, Mr. Neil the Matrix here, gets targeted by these agents. Look around me, what do you see? The part that system will target you. So, since I'm a part of a deep state like Neil the Matrix, or the Daily Guide, people that are agents, deep state shell puppets, they will get told, instructed to start targeting me. If that's a YouTuber I'm listening to, a sports athlete, I start checking Instagram, they start talking with narcissistic abuse tactics for the deep state. That's how it works. And I think that's despicable. Now that's the common man. The common man is easily overcome by the deep state. Yeah, so I gotta finish up. I might go live later on. Like I said, I've been thinking about doing a training stream, doing some bodybuilder training. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta finish up. It's gonna be a video.